Yo, what is up, you guys? We are going back in time today, almost 20 years, to do a review on the anime movie Howl's Moving Castle. And what a movie it was. This story is based on a world with witches and curses, and how a girl named Sophie meets this man Howl, and one of his old lovers ends up putting a curse on her that makes her super old. She needed to undo the curse, so set out on an adventure and ended up running into Howl's moving castle. Once she got there, she got to know Howl a little bit better and his family that lived there, and started to fall in love with them all. And Sophie tries to figure out how to fix her curse as well as Howl's. I knew this movie was gonna be great, y'all, when I saw Sophie with Luffy's straw hat. Sophie was so chill, bruh. She literally gave zero shits. Howl came out of nowhere, grabbed her, they got chased by some goopy gucks, started flying, and she was like, cool. And then when she got turned into an old lady, she was like, it's not that bad. Not that bad, you look like a French pit bull. Then her old ass crashes into the castle on a plane, and she's like, I'm home. She is definitely the type of girl that be hitting curbs all the time and start busting up laughing. Like she could just respawn in GTA. I didn't know in the first few minutes how I felt about this movie, because there was these really weird creeper peeper guards that were chilling in the alley just saying some redonkulous stuff.
This little mouse looks thirsty.
And I was like, oh, it's one of these movies. Not that I would know what these movies are. But Howl came to save Sophie. You know, he had some majestic hair action going on. He was also a little bit of stizzy. I definitely think, though, Howl was one of those dudes in school, if you touched their hair even a little bit, they would freak out. Because my man lost his hair, and my man was so depressed with dang near no clothes on, going full plumber crack. Like, if you don't get your tear my life into pieces together. He also creeped me out a little bit. Sometimes he had no emotion, like when he said to Sophie, I have a present for you, come see. Or when Sophie kissed him and he was stone-faced. I mean, my boy was in a dark place. Madam Sullivan, we didn't get to see too much of her, but she had some pretty dope powers. She made an ocean appear out of nowhere, and I, got to see some stars falling and stuff like that, so I was enjoying her. Also, those evil minions in this kind of reminded me of those frogs from Meet the Robinsons. The Scarecrow Kakashi was a good character, even though he didn't really talk.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
And Calcifer, I knew was gonna be awesome once I realized he was voiced by Bill Crystal. Howl was working that man Calcifer like a dog. He came home and he said, hey,
move the castle 60 miles to the west
and
make hot water for my bath.
Like, bro, he's fire. He has no hands. The character Witch of the Waste was a one-of-a-kind type of character, I'll say. The Witch of the Waste didn't like Sophie, so she went into her store to put a curse on her, and she has the audacity to talk about tacky. Like, bro, look at your neck. I don't even know how her big ass fits in that small ass box. If it wasn't a wake-up call to lose weight when she was damn near decomposing trying to walk up these flights of stairs, or when she looked in the mirror and she got like 4 necks on her neck, even Madame Suleiman was tired of her shit and turned her from the Witch of the Waste into Queen of the Vegetables. One thing that Howl's Moving Castle did phenomenally to keep me on my toes during this movie was Sophie's powers. I'm not even gonna lie, even after the whole movie, I still didn't really understand how her powers work. She turned back into a young girl when she was sleeping, so I was like, oh, maybe it's just when she goes to sleep. Then she did it randomly during the day. Then she woke up one time and she didn't change back at all. Then sometimes she was half changed, not changed. It just made me keep watching and watching, because I was like, how does this girl's powers work? I gotta know. And y'all want to know something delicious? The animation style and colors in this movie was phenomenal. This 2004 movie was so far above its time, it's not even funny. I mean, it could go toe-to-toe with some of the best anime movies that are even out right now. Side note, I also liked how in the crib they had that little dial to change the house to a different location. It was like something out the Spider-Verse. And the soundtrack in this movie was literally giving me love rubs on my ear. It was just transcendent. I just felt my soul, ooh. But I would give Howl's Moving Castle an 8.2. I really enjoyed watching this movie, cuddled up with my boo thing. A little trick or treat action, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you like and subscribe if you are new to the root. And as always, make sure you're partying like every day is your birthday. Deuces.